So just to give a quick overview, explain to us who you are, what is Forced AI, and what did you ship this week?
All right, let's start to try to share. Can you see that screen? Yes, you can. Great. Haha, near. This is what we shipped this week. But firstly, who am I? And might as well put up this. So I'm Ruben. I'm the founder of Forced AI. Forced AI is the Web3 ratings agency for AI. It's very akin to BitTensor. We solve a lot of the problems people had on BitTensor, and that's where everyone comes from. All our users come from BitTensor failures or successes. Anyways, but today I'm going to talk about PeerBench, which is an open source nonprofit framework that is very academically inclined, and we're solving the fundamental problem of cheating and benchmarking. So this is a low-level problem. We have it in Web3 AI, but there's even bigger problems in Web2 AI. So I'll slightly introduce that before showing the demo. If you guys are not, you guys have probably seen what happened when this benchmark was released. $1 trillion was wiped out. So benchmarks are really important, but cheating on benchmarks is super easy, right? Because you can see the answers to the benchmarks. The test data set is publicly visible. And we have an honor system that AI companies won't be just hard coding those answers into their models, but there's hundreds of billions of dollars at stake. So of course, people are cheating. Now, there have been some previous approaches for trying to prevent this, trying to make AI benchmarking more rigorous. LiveBench was one of them by having continuously updating test data. But that test data that they use still originates from public sources. So you can just go to the GitHubs where they're pulling their questions from and prepare yourself. So LiveBench is good, but doesn't really protect us. Then there's the approach of having all your data be private. So you never tell anyone what the test data is. Seal from Scale AI is an approach, is one of them that worked quite well. ArcAGI is another one, but you probably haven't heard of these. It doesn't catch on. People in AI are not super interested in things that they can't review. And of course, this is a centralized entity that you have to trust. And yeah, we don't like that. Another approach is crowdsourcing. Results in really low quality data. And again, companies can just have their employees upvote themselves. So Elamarina, Chatterina, it's also not the answer. PeerBench takes a lot of learnings from the past and things that didn't work and kind of combines the best of everything. So our test data is mostly private, but it's being shared. Our test data updates continuously. And the fundamental thing is that it's multiple different entities creating the test data. So decentralized. So we'll have MIT, Princeton, Technische Universität München producing, let's say, some new coding test cases. And then immediately, if somebody's colluding, like if this university told OpenAI or somebody what the questions were going to be, they're going to get a really good result on that, but they're not going to get good results on the same types of questions coming from different entities. So in this way, by being multi-party, by being decentralized, we can prevent the type of collusion that we've seen before, for instance, in ArcAGI. And also being very university inclined, these people care much more about the reputation than bribes. So again, to summarize that, we solve the problem of cheating in AI by creating continuously updated test data, by decentralizing the entities that create this test data, by keeping it private, but then having peer review between them. So the entities, when they make the test data, they hash it and then register each prompt. And then we wait for the next block and we take the Ethereum block as a seed to select a random 10% of that. And then that is revealed to the others for peer review quality. All right, let's skip all the rest. Oh yeah, lots of people are working on this. It's not me, everyone else is smarter than me. I'm just kind of organizing people. And yeah, let's go. If you want to participate or read more, please go to the GitHub. But now we got to show a demo. So our integration with Near was recently added as a way to quickly query lots of different models. So if you add a model through Near AI, then all of our universities can benchmark you. And while this part isn't completely done yet, you'll slowly see a lot more PeerBench-based cheat-proof benchmark results come up in the Near AI evaluation page. But let me just run this to prove that it works. And this is a very simple history test set based on the MLU Pro standard, where we've created new prompts because it shows people cheating. Anyways, here you can see it live. We built this in JavaScript. So the main branch is, of course, the CLI, and you can have a try yourself. But we recently added this front end also, which makes it a lot easier. And now, everything on Near AI can be tested through PeerBench. So that's what we shipped this week.
That is amazing. The world needs more benchmarks. I'm curious, though, are you trying to also create benchmarks for agents, or is this primarily focused on models?
So we are firstly and foremost trying to create the system, the standard on how we should do this correctly. So even stuff as boring and as simple as defining the schema with which we publish these things, standardizing how people are the way in which the benchmark is created, that format, we standardize it. So there's a lot of things around each of the benchmarks that we need to do right, and that's the primary task. But then, yes, we are creating new benchmarks. We started with things that are really academic, so medical history, computer science, and it's generic. So LLM interface is what we did right now. And of course, you can test agents that do more complex things. Things like computer interactions will come slightly later. But yeah, it's generic for any benchmark, really. We hope that basically everyone that produces new benchmarks will do it in this way so that we can trust the results and we stop cheating.
What can everyone in the audience do to support? Like, how do they get involved?
Oh, yeah. Stars on GitHub.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pop up my that URL again. Of course, if you are involved with anyone that's producing a test data set at the moment, we would love to work together to get that to be cheat proof from the beginning. So you can hit me up, Ruben Wolf, basically everywhere. And if you're working on a data set or working on creating new test data, contact me. You'll also get to meet a ton of people, really smart people in the group. And the project's fully open source. So if you're interested in participating and getting your name on the commit log, GitHub's open.
Amazing. Get your name on that commit log. Thank you, Ruben, for joining